live on Twitch.
Fine.
Finally, after a lot of
2 hours
delays.
delayed.
Yeah. So, hello everyone, and welcome to coverage of the FAX Sports Bluegrass Athletic Conference Championship game between the 8-4 Eastern Division champion Washington D.C. and the 15th ranked undefeated Western Division champions, the University of Amarillo, Texas Armadillos. So we're gonna go ahead and start off with our selection show. I don't believe I can. Hold on, might be able to do it like this. Yep, there we go.
Probably just have to share your screen and then full screen the video.
Yep, that's what I'm gonna do if I can. Oop, I did not mean to do that. Let's see, can I do this? Yep, there we go. All right, Nick, you are up
Nick
first.
is the first.
Who do you pick?
Considering this team dropped 114 points, I feel like it's pretty obvious it's got to be UATX. I have them winning 35-17.
35-17. And I am also going to go with UATX. I think they're too much of a powerhouse. You know, DC, they've had a lot of close games this year. Just looking at the stats, I mean, UATX just dominates in every category. And I know once you get on the field, stats don't mean anything, but, I mean, come on. I think UATX is the better team. And I expect them to win this game. And I am thinking a 38-21 final in Nashville.
Hey.
And Brody, you
All
are
right. I haven't been able to watch a lot of this Washington D.C. team lately, but I have seen a lot of UATX, and from what I've seen from both teams, is consistency from UATX. I think they've really been able to keep that all year. In most games, you can see some of the big games they had is close, tight games. And on DC, on the other hand, you see there's inconsistency with the loss against Virginia State. Can't really get all their players in the right positions at sometimes. So with that being said, I'm going to go with UATX.
Yeah,
All right.
I agree.
And yeah, what Brady said about the Virginia State loss, I definitely think that had the Virginia State game not happened and they ended up winning that game, I think we're all like a lot. We all favor DC and Coach Armani a little bit more, but I got to pick UATX here. Obviously, I feel like it's the clear favorite. And let's see here. For the final score, let's go with UATX 38, DC 21.
That's the same prediction as I did.
I actually never gave my score prediction. I'm going to say.
You want to do that real quick?
Yeah, what's your score prediction?
I'll say 35-21.
35-21.
Okay.
And moderator Guggen is not here, but he did pick UATX as well. So it is a full board sweep for picks going UATX's way. Heavy underdog.
I'm going to be honest here. I do really feel like that this will go either one or two ways for the scores. They'll either be really close, and then UATX will start pull away in like the third or fourth quarter, or DC will start scoring like a lot of garbage time points.
Yep, I agree. I think
that's really how UATX has played all year.
And I mean, one thing that really stood out to me looking on the stat line, and I think it's DC's only chance in this game, is that they have been amazing. They're a top 5 team in the nation, I believe, in stopping the run. And something UATX has been able to do this season very well is running the ball.
Run the ball.
So
running on the outside. I think Thorne on the outside.
I think if you can stop the UATX's run game, make them one-dimensional.
Force them to pass.
If you force them to pass, I think you're going to have more mistakes through the air. And while this UATX team, they don't commit a lot of mistakes. But, I mean, I think you're going to have a lot more success trying to get these mistakes through the air than you are, forcing fumbles on their running back.
Yeah.
So I think that's DC's only hope in
Yeah.
this game, and that is stopping that run game. Now for
I think.
UATX, I think it's the same thing that it's been all season, and that is just playing their game. Just forcing turnovers. I think if DC plays this game clean, I think if they commit no turnovers, I think that gives them a great chance to win. But this UATX team had 34 interceptions this season, so that's going to be pretty tough. They were number one in the
34
country.
interceptions or 34 total turnovers?
I think it was
total
34.
turnovers.
I think it was 34 interceptions, and that's why that stat was so crazy to me.
That's 2.8 interceptions a game.
Yep, and I can actually scroll through our general chat here and probably see.
I
Here we
definitely think
are.
if you really, I know it's only one game and all that, but like if you really want to look at like what you can do to beat UATX, I think the Eastern Oklahoma game is a perfect example of what you can do to keep close.
Yep, and I'm now looking at it now. UATX has forced 34 interceptions and seven fumble recoveries, a total of 41 turnovers this season. That is an insane margin.
That is insane.
And for a team that doesn't turn the ball over that much, I think this team is built to win a championship, and I could see them making a deep run in the playoffs if they do get past this game. And looking at the statistics for offense, I mean, they're a top 10 team in both passing touchdowns and rushing touchdowns. They're the number one team in the country in points per game scored. And I mean, they've just been a dominant team all season, and I see that dominance continuing on into this game. But I mean, who knows? This college football, anything can happen. So I mean, we'll see. Does UATX get their first loss of the season in the conference championship, or do they complete it? Do they complete the 13-0 regular season conference championship win and get that spot in the playoffs?
I think the main. Oh,
yeah. And currently, if we're talking about the current state of the playoff system and all that, they are the fifth conference champion, which means they don't have to bye. They would have to play whoever the fifth seed is.
Correct.
But they're not out of it for the first round bye if something were to happen this week for the rest of the top four.
Yeah, if something goes down in the conference championships, then it's very likely UATX could get that first round bye. Now, of course, they have to win today to get that first round bye, but it's gonna be interesting. Really gonna be interesting to see what happens today. I'm hoping for a good game. I'm hoping that we get a brawl today.
Yeah, I think the main thing for DC is to try to stop the deep ball. That's probably one of the biggest things that UATX has been able to do.
Yeah,
and then the other thing is
you gotta know how to play pass defense, especially when you throw the deep ball.
And another thing,
and I think,
you go ahead, Brady.
I think Vance Thorne, the running back for UATX, has also been a very big contributor to their success. With the outside run that no team has been able to stop in the entire season.
Yeah, and also I do want to say this from my experience of at coaching at Magnolia State, and I do kind of want to flex a little bit. I did give UATX their closest game, but the reason that I was able to do that was I was able to slow down the game. That was something I really noticed when playing him, was when you slow down the game against him, his team gets all out of whack, and you can really control the game against him if you're playing it at your speed and not turning the ball over.
Wait, did you win by 7? Didn't you win by 7?
He won by 3.
I do want to add that you would have won that game if you didn't miss a wide open receiver to the left side of the field. But that's just
that ship sailed past week 5. Okay, let me live. But
you put so much more pressure on him last week or 2 weeks ago against Eastern Oklahoma. Had you won that game?
Yeah, but I mean,
all right.
So, but we've again, like against Eastern Oklahoma, we saw. I mean, UATX is definitely beatable. They're not, this unstoppable force. They are beatable. They're very good.
Game, and I really, I really hope DC's been like watching like film and like preparing like what they do and all that, and having a really good game plan.
Yep.
How do we think this?
But I mean,
Oh,
you can go ahead, Brody.
how do we think this matchup would have been changed if we would have seen Eastern Oklahoma here instead?
I
Oh,
think
I think it's a lot. I think it's a lot closer.
yeah.
But I think Eastern probably would have won that game. I think Eastern would have won it a lot closer than what we're having this game be.
And remember at mid-season when we were talking about the conference championship and we looked in and we were thinking the conference championship game is going to
Atlanta,
be
maybe.
Atlanta versus Kentucky State. We could not have been more wrong.
Both those teams have lost like 8
Both of those
straight combined.
teams have fallen off a cliff. Kentucky State finished like 9-3, and I think Atlanta finished like 6-6.
Yeah.
I mean, Atlanta had a really good run there at the beginning
Atlanta
of the season.
upsetted like top 10 Miami.
I mean, they beat a ranked team. I think they're the
Like,
only.
for both of these teams, they lost to Eastern Oklahoma and then just started like falling off.
Yeah. So is it the Eastern Oklahoma effect?
Like Eastern Oklahoma is a really good team. Like I've watched a lot of his games, a lot of their games this year, and like they play really close and take away the UATX game and all that. But like they're really good when it comes to like the fourth quarter and all that.
Yep. And I think.
I mean, they beat Atlanta. They beat Atlanta because of an RPO interception and all that they were later scored on.
Yeah.
Same thing with Kentucky State. They beat them on a late drive. It was just last minute drive after last minute drive.
I think the ATL hype came from that Clearwater game. That's pretty much.
Oh, definitely. And also, coming up beating Miami.
Yeah.
I think that was really what grew
at Miami, by the way, which is a hard environment to win in.
Yeah. They beat.
Miami.
Didn't they beat Miami like 7-0 or like 7-3?
It was stupid. I know that.
Yeah.
It was like watching Iowa play Rutgers in football.
Yeah. I mean, just seeing that game and seeing how Atlanta's offense actually played against good teams. At that moment, I knew I was like, okay, this might not last long.
And I think like once you put on like 3 or 4 games into the season, it became clear like, okay, this is what he runs, and it spread throughout the entire league.
Yeah.
And everybody knew what he run and knew what to prepare for because everybody was sharing that information.
Yeah. And also, I want to take a look at the conference standings here to finish our season off. Kind of go through it by division. Of course, DC finished 8-4, 7-2, winning the East. Charleston State actually had
tiebreaker over Charleston State.
Yeah, they had the tiebreaker over Charleston State. That's why the Canaries are not here. Virginia State coming all the way back from being last in the division for so long. They came back and finished third in the division with a 5-7 record and a 4-5 record in the conference.
I believe they won 4 straight.
I believe they did because they were 0-5 at one point. And yeah, I mean of course
Atlanta is technically third, I believe, unless there's a tiebreaker.
I think Virginia State beat Atlanta in an upset. That's why Virginia State's above Atlanta.
I think so too. Yeah. Okay.
So, but Atlanta's 6-6. Verdict's still out if they'll make a bowl game. We got a lot of talented teams in here that are bowl eligible that I think should be in the bowl season. But we'll see who actually gets in. We got Clearwater who finished at 5-7 due to even with their coaching issues at the beginning of the season, they finished strong. Finished 3-6 in the conference.
Remember, they had those forced losses that really hurt them.
They did have some forced losses due to some scandals. But yeah, I mean, you take away those forced losses, and Clearwater's in a really good spot.
Yeah, they're like 8-4 without them. 8-4 possibly.
Maybe.
Because it was 3 of them.
Talk about the Marietta fall off.
Yeah, we thought they were going to be in the East contention for the longest time.
I mean, they were in East contention for the first couple weeks of the season, but they finished 4-8 with a 3-6 conference record. Moving on to our bottom teams in the East: Daytona Beach with a 2-10 record, and North Georgia with a 2-10 record. Daytona Beach 2-7 in the conference, and North Georgia 1-8 in the conference.
And both will be getting a lot of these teams in the West are getting in the East are getting new coaches this year. Daytona is, North Georgia is, and I think who else is?
Charleston State's getting a new coach because their coach left due to some issues. And then
And I'll go over the West real quick because I think I probably can recap the West better. Obviously, UATX, the big name of the conference. Eastern Oklahoma, 10-2 with a loss before the new coach came in. Obviously, the one conference loss been to UATX. Kentucky State, we already went over that. North Augusta, technically speaking, North Augusta should be below SMSU due to a head-to-head. Oh, never mind. I see the conference record now. Magnolia State, which you've already discussed. SMSU, who was 2-6 at one point. Gonzales State, they had an all right season. Recruiting was looking really good for them, and then Fort Stockton finishing the year 0-12. Though we did see significant improvement from them throughout the season.
And shockingly, Fort Stockton will not be one of those schools getting a new coach.
Yep.
Due to his good recruiting class, we've decided to keep him. Oh, you're cutting out, Mason. What'd you say?
Yeah, I got like one bar signal right now, but his recruiting is doing really good. And the commissioners kind of decided to keep him around because he's fun.
He's an
He's fun
electric
to
guy
talk
to
to
be
and play
around.
against.
He's consistent with his games, and we just love the guy. So he'd be sticking around. Also, I do want to say none of these coaching changes are due to our decision letting these coaches go.
Yeah.
Most of these coaches just decided to.
Well, technically, yeah. Charleston State is, and Daytona's new coach
Charleston
was.
State and Daytona, they were forced out, but due to some issues. But other than that, most of these coaches that are coming in, or most of the coaches coming out, are actually just decided to leave on their own to pursue better things. Like Kentucky State, North Georgia, and Daytona Beach are perfect examples of that. And we do have former head coach. We do have former head coach Nick of Daytona Beach in here with us for the call tonight. I love to see it.
There's like a chance I might be able to come back.
We can probably move on to our national anthem.
Do we want to move on to the national anthem now, and then we'll get into?
Did you just say you might be able to come back, Nick? Hold on.
Huntsman said that he had he might be able to get like PlayStation cards to keep me within the league.
Oh. Yeah, we'd love to have you back,
that's
man.
an interesting development.
Yeah, we'd love to have you back in the league.
Yeah.
But
all right,
we'll move on to our
national anthem.
We'll move on to our national anthem. Let me see if I can. Can I just stream Discord? Oh, yeah, there we go. Oh. All right. This is our national anthem performed by one of our very own moderators, Brody. So, if everyone would rise and remove their caps if they have them, and we will do our national anthem. That's our national anthem. Loved it. Love it.
All
Appreciate
right.
it.
And now we are ready for coaching interviews. So we will bring up East Division head Washington D.C. the East Division winners head coach Coach Armani to the stage now. What's up, Coach? Coach, you're on mute if you don't know.
Oh, my bad.
You're all good, man.
Good evening, y'all. My bad.
You're all good. All right, so who wants to open with questions for Coach?
I guess I'll go ahead and ask. Coach, how did you train your team to face against this tough UATX team today?
Uh, we've been trying to prepare for any and everything. Um, you know, with the season we had 8-4, kind of up and down. Um, that last game of the season was tough on us. Virginia State came away with that win, rivalry game. So we just been trying to hone in on our skill sets and figure out what we do best, while also looking at what UATX does bad, which is not much. So we'll try to key in on that and try to control the game.
All right, thank you, Coach. Next
All right,
questions.
I got a question. Coach Armani, how do you use the loss last week against Virginia State to hype your guys up for this conference championship game?
You know, after the game, I kind of talked to the team, brought them together. We were riding on a high. We were on a nice little winning streak, and there was some calls that that went our way, that we just didn't take advantage of. So brought the team together and told them that if those opportunities come in this championship game, we got to make sure we take full advantage of it. So hopefully they heeded to that. We had some good practices throughout the week, so we'll see how it goes.
All right, next question. Mason, you want to go?
I don't really have any questions for him.
All right,
How do
Nick,
you,
Nick, you got anything?
how do you feel about nobody really like being picked to lose by every picker this night?
Well, I got a team full of seniors, man. They all realize that this is their last game. Not too many of them are looking to go into the NFL. So we gotta go out with a bang, man. Um, we understand we the underdogs, as we should be. UATX undefeated, 15-0, looking to go to the conference champion, or to the
college,
CFP.
yeah, college
Um,
football.
and so if we can't go, we don't want anybody to go. So um, we kind of using that as momentum, being the underdogs, and just having a team for the seniors, man. Head on a swivel, looking for any possible plays, anything coming our way, and taking advantage of it. But we will use the, being underdogs as a momentum to carry us to victory.
I do have one more question for you, Coach Armani. You've played 2 games neutral site this season versus UATX, not really having that experience. Do you think that gives you any sort of advantage coming into this neutral site conference championship game?
Um, Not necessarily. UATX fans, they travel. They, like I said, they riding on the high, man. This is the first BAC-16 conference championship. They looking to go to the first 12 team college football playoff. So they're gonna have it rocking in there, man. So, I think where the advantage lies with um us playing on our neutral site was, um last week was our week 15. we were the only team to play that week. So we didn't necessarily get a bye week. So we got to just keep it, keep that mindset that, hey, we got to keep going. So we look forward to it. And yeah, we know it's going to be a fight for sure.
Yep. Any more questions for Coach Armani? Anyone?
Think we've covered everything.
Anyone? Nick, Mason, y'all good?
No.
All right. Well, thank you, Coach Armani, and good luck in the game today.
Thank you. Appreciate it, fellas.
Yep.
We'll now bring onto the stage the 2025 West Division champions, Coach 80 Huntsman of the UATX Armadillos.
Coach Huntsman. Okay, there we go. So who wants to open with questions for Coach Huntsman?
I guess I'll go ahead and open up here. What are the key factors in this game that are going to lead your team to a BAC-16 championship trophy?
One of the key things that we can do is do what we did most of the year, and if we can keep the game at our tempo, at our speed, and force you into turnovers like we did all year, we'll be fine. But if Coach Armani, who I'll tip my hat to him on this one, had one of the best defenses in the country as well this year, and I think whoever controls the time of possession will win this game. There's been several games where I did not control the time of possession, and if you go back and watch, those were the games that were actually really, really close. So as long as we control that, I think we'll be fine.
Thank you, Coach. Next questions?
Yes, Coach Huntsman. You know, you're coming into a neutral site game. I kind of already asked Armandi this question, but you're coming into a neutral site game. This is a territory that you've never experienced before. Fans will be 50-50. Do you think this gives you a disadvantage, or do you think it gives you more of an advantage?
Also, a forecast of snow.
Potentially, yes. I mean, and you're being from Texas, you don't really have a lot of experience with the snow. So, I mean, what do you expect from your team in this game?
So I don't think the neutral site will play too much into this game. We went into a top 20 ranked Nebraska team and walked out with a win in that. So we've been in really tough environments before. But like you said, we're from West Texas, so we don't know what snow is. It don't snow down here. But what I told my players, if it does wind up snowing today, let's go play in the snow.
All right. Mason, you got anything?
No.
Nick,
No.
Brody, anything else to add on to that? I'll take that as a no. All right, Coach Huntsman, thank you.
Did not know I was muted,
Well,
but I did not have any more questions.
All right. Thank you, Coach Huntsman, and good luck in the game.
Thank you.
And y'all will be streaming on YouTube, correct?
Correct.
All right. So if anybody in the Twitch stream wants to watch this game without commentary, I don't know why you'd want that. We're so much fun to be around. But if you want to watch the game without commentary, head over to our YouTube, where you can check the game out there without the commentary and just the game. So we will switch over there now to try to get
Our first look at the weather conditions, that seems to may be a big factor.
and they are not live yet, but they will be soon.
It is kind of sad of the attendance.
Huntsman, if you just want to send, or Huntsman or Armani, if y'all want to just send in the stage chat when y'all are live, that would be much appreciated.
Looks like we might have Braden coming in here,
Yeah,
who has very strong beliefs about one specific team.
yeah. He said the West supremacy. Strong words from Coach Braden from Fort Stockton.
Who went 0 and 12?
Who went 0 and 12 talking about West supremacy? Just make sure they're not live yet.
It's funny. We had a 12 and 0 and an 0 and 12 in the same conference, the
And
same division.
the funnier thing is that they were rivals. They were
And when they
in-game
played
rivals.
each other,
Yeah, the infamous 114 game.
the infamous National Basketball League game of
Oh, what was the score to that game actually? Like 111 to 14 or something?
one, I think. Yeah, I think.
Crazy score. That's
Are
what
we
happens
doing
when you keep throwing
halftime?
pick sixes. I don't know. I guess not. But unless we want to do interviews at halftime, we can. I guess they're gonna let me know in the chat when they're live, so I guess I can stop checking it.
Why did Huntsman say 7 FF?
7 forced fumbles.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
That was when we were talking about turnovers. I guess while we're waiting on them, do we want to kind of maybe talk about who we think the teams next season could be? The surprises.
Oh no, man. I mean,
I think
I think
just looking at recruiting and how good some of these guys are,
Gonzalez State could be.
I would have to say Gonzales State, and I think Fort Stockton's going to take a huge step next season.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
I don't know
I
if
don't
it's
think
going to
it was
be.
conference championship for you,
I wasn't really meaning like conference championship. I was just meaning some of the teams that would take steps forward next season.
I think
and
Eastern Oklahoma takes a
DC's got a
step
lot
up
of
as well.
DC's got seniors on the roster, so obviously there's going to be a lot of players that are leaving that
Yeah,
team.
I think DC might be on a decline next season, because they had their whole roster was seniors this year. That was
I think there might be like a rebuild year.
that was a request by Coach Armani to have that on his team. So
So he's going to have what 35 players, pretty much.
his roster is going to be pretty young next season. So I don't know if we'll see DC back in the conference championship, but maybe they'll prove us wrong. Who knows? And also, some of these teams I don't know how good they're gonna be. I feel like Virginia State is gonna be a much better team than they were this year. I feel like Virginia State was one of our biggest underachievers
And it's alive.
this season.
And we are
They
live.
are
We are
live on
live.
YouTube.
We are live. All right, let's get it going.
Wait, were the teams moved back into alphabetic order?
They were on the channels. Okay.
How did that
I'm
happen?
not. I changed it. Me and Huntsman. Okay, and we are live on YouTube. Let me share the screen.
And here we
Here we
go.
go.
We are ready for the first ever BAC-16 Conference Championship game.
In Music City,
And it
USA,
is
Nashville.
snowing. Let's
Oh
freaking
my
go.
god.
No
Let's go,
way.
baby. Snowing in Nash Vegas.
This is a surprising matchup. The proverbial David versus Goliath.
Oh, man.
Versus an unranked team. An opportunity to spring
UATX wearing their burnt orange uniforms.
I'm gonna ask Huntsman. Huntsman, can you when you get a chance, can you actually turn the in-game commentators off?
That shit annoying.
Let all this pregame stuff go through, and then you can do it before first kickoff. And there it is. 8-4 Washington D.C. versus 12-0 UATX. We do not have a midfield logo. I'm just now noticing that.
That is, I guess they didn't anticipate anyone using
Onside kick.
That's a glitch.
Okay.
So UATX will kick off.
They defer the kickoff.
The kick is away in the conference championship game.
Kick bounces out of the back to the end zone.
And he's gonna go in and he's gonna turn the announcers off in
Entering
game.
accessibility screen, you have 20 options. A
Whoa.
new narration option is set to off is selected.
Who that bit?
There we go. All right. We are ready to go. DC will start with the ball in the snow. It's 6-minute quarters. We meant to actually switch that to 8-minute quarters, but I guess we ride.
Guess we can't really do anything about that now.
We'll change it. We'll change it for bowl season.
Okay. First play.
Here we go.
DC blending into the snow with their jerseys. Play action.
And
He'll dump it out to the tight end. He's going to get around and call it 14 yards and a first down.
Wow.
Nico Coltrell, the tight end.
UATX does average more yards per game, but not by too much.
Yep. Looks like we got some press here. Man in motion. And it's going to be a handoff. He'll cut back
handoff.
Kind of hit his own man.
About nothing.
Call it 2 yards to the 41-yard line. DC on a 2nd and 8.
It does look like we have a jam-packed stadium.
This stadium's packed.
Probably about 70,000 people in attendance.
Washington drops back to pass. He's going to be sacked. The pass rush finally got in.
Wow.
6 sacks on the season.
Call it a loss of 6. And it'll be 3rd and 14. Just kind of pushing him.
Early domination.
Dominating the line of scrimmage so far.
3rd and 14 from the 35 of Washington, D.C.
We'll see what DC comes up with here.
Luckily for both teams, they won't have to deal with much stadium pulls.
And he'll be hit as he's thrown, and it'll hit the ground incomplete, and that'll bring up a long 4th and 14. Down. DC will be forced to punt on the first drive of the game. Yeah, this stadium is packed.
One advantage for both these teams is that they won't be having to deal with stadium pulls as they usually would.
That is true. Lance Thorne trying to get around, but he'll get a pretty decent return. Not sure exactly how much of a return that was, but pretty decent return. Set him up at the 44-yard line. We'll see this UATX
very good field position.
See this UATX offense come to work in the snow as we're getting network issues already. Oh.
The play.
What is going on?
It's doing something. The play's developing. It was a first down.
I don't know what happened. Let me see if I reload it. If it will,
they got a first down to the 40 of Washington D.C.
We'll never know what that play was.
Turn that to 1080p. Maybe that'll... Here we go. He'll swing it out to the running back, and he won't go anywhere. And that play right there has been a play that UATX has benefited big off of, is that running back screen. Or kind of swing pass, not really a screen. We'll see if DC can have an answer for that today. 2nd and 9 on the 39-yard line of DC. Fake the handoff to the running
back.
He's going to throw to a wide open receiver for the first down to the 30-yard line. Yeah, he had called a first down for the Armadillos to the 30-yard line.
About 4 minutes already taken off
the middle
of the
to
clock.
Thorne, who will move forwards for about 5. Call it a 4-yard run. It'll be 2nd and 6. And come up 2nd and 6. Thorne's not in the backfield. Different running back. They'll fake the handoff to him and toss to the tight end in the flat. He's going to get away. He's going to go to the end zone, but this is probably coming back. And illegal contact.
What?
So UATX scores and strikes first.
Wow.
I thought that might have been a holding call.
Yeah, usually when you see a flag on that kind of play, you expect to be a holding, not illegal contact.
Not sure where that penalty was.
I'm not exactly sure either. But it's 7-0. UATX playing in an environment they haven't played in before. Neutral site and in the snow. And they already come off the rip 7-0.
This is, on the other hand, this is Washington D.C.'s second game
No handoff
in a row.
outside.
Oh,
Makes a
and
man
neutral.
Bricks
miss.
tackle.
14-yard run on the first play. Up to the 39-yard line. Run game has been working well for DC so far. Looks like I see some press coverage. Man in motion. He'll fake the handoff. He'll drop back to pass. He'll throw it to a wide open man.
Wide open.
Makes a man miss. And almost slipped by him to the 24-yard line of UATX. And you think, I mean, this is a crucial drive for DC here. I think you got to score. You got to score every possession you got.
You just got to copy what... Oh.
So fake the handoff, do a little RPO fake out. We'll get about 8 yards.
That will
That'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. 7-0 UATX.
I went by pretty fast.
It did go by fast. That's why I would have liked to move this to 8-minute quarters, but I guess we can't do that now, so we ball, I guess.
2nd and 2 from the 15. Looks like it's going to be a run up the middle, which they're going to get.
They will. And he makes a man miss, too, down to the 8-yard line. Cameron Teague. And it'll be 1st and goal for the Pharaohs.
Crucial red zone appearance.
I see some change in the play. Play clock running down. They got to get a snap off.
Another run.
And they will to run up the middle. And it'll be 5 yards. Bring up 2nd and goal. Saw the playoff format there. UATX projected to be the 12th seed, facing Washington, with the winner projected to face Oklahoma State. 2nd and goal on the 3-yard line. DC
interesting defense of the J.
They'll run it to the outside. He hits the corner. Touchdown, DC. As they strike right back.
I guess this could be closer than we were all anticipating.
Yeah. I'd love to see a battle here. Line up for the PAT. Snap, hold, kick, all good. 7-7. On a 6-play, 75-yard drive. Impressive. Makes a man miss on the kickoff. He almost got free. But he will be tackled at the 23-yard line, 2 yards short of what would have been a touchback.
Let's see how much clock UATX could drain here.
And they got the swing pass out there again. Guys out there in front. He's going to be short of the first down, but not by much. It's 2nd and an inch to go. Cover the line on 2nd and inches. We'll see if they take a shot play here. Wouldn't doubt it if they did. They're just going to run it up the middle, and they're not going to get it. They're going to lose 2.
Interesting decision here.
Deshaun Weeks getting in the backfield, tackling Lance Dorn, and all of a sudden, DC with a chance to get off the field if they can get a stop here. Drop back to pass. They're trying to step up, and he's sacked. Jarian Love gets in the backfield and puts Ghost Van Horn on the turf. And UATX will be forced to punt it. The punt's away. You can't even tell where it's coming down at, but trying to return, he won't get anything. And it'll be 1st down for DC at the 29-yard line. Let's see if they can score before half and go up 14-7. Fake the handoff, and they'll try to get it out wide, but he's immediately met by the linebacker, James Stonehaven. Be 2nd down and 10 at the 29-yard line for DC. And drop back. He'll throw across the middle. Perfect pass for a first down to the 41-yard line. To Stranton Trump. So we got a quarterback named Washington, and we got a tight end named Trump. And the team is Washington, D.C. You love it.
2-minute warning.
And that'll bring us
And
to the
that tight
2-minute
end-
warning.
Tight end making America great.
They'll fake the
Read off.
read, and he will take off. Had one-on-one there, but couldn't get around him. Good run, though. About 10 yards. Short of it by less than a foot. It'll be 2nd and inches for the Pharaohs. And what they decide to do here, I have no clue. I would just try to get the first down here. Got a man
Might
in
be one of those
motion.
Jet
He's
sweep.
gonna faked out the linebacker, and we'll get the first down to the 46-yard line. Yorlin Ford with the first down. About a 5-yard run there. So less than a minute and a half. They're at the 46-yard line. Man in motion. They'll fake, and they'll give it to Ford. We bust forwards for 5. Call it 2nd and 5. And this will probably take us under... Yep, exactly 1 minute.
Wonder if Washington, D.C. is just trying to settle for a field goal here. They're taking
Possibly.
down a lot.
Almost threw an interception there. Just missed it.
Interesting decision here.
Just missed an interception there, and DC given a chance. It's 3rd and 5, though. We'll see if they...
Could be any
do.
play
They'll
here.
pass
They're going to pass
They'll
it.
pass it here. Throw it out wide, and it's caught through contact, but he's short of the first down marker. And
Gotta go for this, in my opinion.
I was about to say, oh, that was UATX that called the timeout. Interesting call there.
I think that helps Washington, D.C. more. They could get a better play call out there.
Yeah. And DC looked like they were just going to let the clock run. Said,
See
I don't know if that was a...
4 wide?
If he was short there. It looked like he might have gotten the...
I don't know about an empty
Well,
backfield here.
This is certainly an interesting play here. At the QB draw, he'll get the first down, but that might be coming back. And it is holding, and that will be tough.
That's
So
why right there
what
you just
was-
call the...
What was an easy first down turned into a
No
holding,
punt.
and
In my
now
opinion-
they got a punt.
You just quarterback sneak it there, run like a halfback blast. You don't want to risk the holding.
Punt's gonna
Hey,
hang
hey,
in
hey,
We know it's
there.
what the
It'll come down to
UATX is
22-yard
going to
line.
take it.
There's plenty of time for UATX.
Could have been
We already
a
had
lot better field position there had he kicked it farther.
Plenty of time for UATX, and there's potential one-on-one.
We'll see
On the
what
left
they
side
do
over there.
here.
They're
They
pressing.
almost had the man beat, trying to get outside. He's going to run, and he's got a
He's gonna
lot
get
of
first
room to
down.
run. Call it a gain of 16 on the run by Van Horn. He gets out of
I
bounds
don't know
too,
about-
which stops the clock.
I don't know about running press coverage here from Washington, D.C. You don't want to give up a
Yeah,
big play touchdown.
interesting,
They're gonna-
interesting decisions.
It's like most of the snow in the middle of the field is gone.
Yeah.
Another
Drop back to pass. Looks like he might take off. Throwing deep, and it's caught. And can he get around him? He can't, but he'll be down to the 8-yard line. All of a sudden, UATX in prime position to go up before half. An absolute,
What a throw by
dime.
Van Horn.
absolute dime of a throw.
Rolls out and throws it away.
First down.
looking.
Brody, when you said that, we weren't even there yet, so...
That's the first incompletion of the day from Van Horn.
So far, the
Third
quarterbacks
from-
have been pretty good today.
Yep.
A couple of mistakes, which have really cost both these teams. The holding for DC, and then the unfortunate sacks from UATX.
Oh!
He'll drop back to
Looking.
pass. He'll throw to the tight end.
He's
Caught!
got X.
Touchdown, UATX right before halftime. Maverick Wolf with the catch, and UATX going up a score. Going into halftime, they will also receive it coming out of the second half as well. The PAT is up, and it is good.
Washington, D.C. might have to set up a few prayers
A
before his
24-second drive on 4 plays, and it took 78 yards to get there. He'll take it out of the end zone and will not get much.
Might get at most 2 plays off.
Maybe. Can't really get. I mean, you're kind of not in the right position to try to get downfield for a field goal. So this might be a Hail Mary.
Looking.
He'll drop back, trying to scramble around, gets in front of his old lineman. Moving around, he's going to throw. It's caught across the middle. He's got a lot of room to run, but he's going to be tackled in open space at the 42-yard line, but it won't mean anything as we will go to halftime. And it is 14-7 UATX over Washington, D.C. Great first
Very
half.
good thing that DC gets the ball again.
No, actually UATX gets the ball to start this half.
Oh.
So,
I
yeah.
sworn.
No, DC got the ball to start, and they had to punt, unfortunately.
Oh, I couldn't remember that.
Thorne will take it out the 3-yard line, and he will take it out. He's got a lot of room to run, and he's gone.
Oh.
To open the second half, touchdown Armadillos.
Oh my God.
A 96-yard touchdown return. And just like that, it's a 2-touchdown lead. 97, sorry.
Wow.
That's exactly what beat Eastern Oklahoma was, a kickoff return to start the second half.
And that's 2 touchdowns in the last, 20 seconds.
Really unfortunate for DC right there that they couldn't.
DC's down 2 scores now.
And this is a position we've seen UATX in a lot this season, being up multiple scores. And you might not see much from DC. We'll see if they can mount a comeback, though.
I think if UATX wins, I think they could also lock in spot in the college football playoff at the 12th seed, maybe.
Absolutely.
Looking.
Across the middle. Call it 9 yards. Just short of the first down marker. Would be 2nd and 1 at the 34-yard line.
Thing is, maybe even one more UATX score could do it. They've been draining the clock on all their possessions.
We got press coverage outside. We'll see if they're trying to take a shot here. It was not press coverage. That is costly. The running back ran backwards to catch it, and it's a loss of 9. So from 2nd and 1 to back to 3rd and 10.
What did I play?
Drop back on 3rd and 10. They got to get this conversion. He throws it at his feet, and that's 4th down.
Is that a punt?
He'll have to punt again.
Sometimes on those 2nd and 1s, you just take the run and just get a new set of downs there.
Thorne, who just returned the kick earlier, is taking the punt, and he won't get much here. He gets to the 39-yard line. Tackled by Bubba Van Claiborne, I think is his name.
Well, for Washington, D.C., this is pretty much their game right here. Can they get a stop, or is it going to be over?
They'll fake the handoff, and they'll roll it out to the... And it's intercepted!
They get blocked.
Picked up by Jefferson. Down to the 41-yard line.
Exactly what you need after
I'm not even going to try to pronounce his first name. Lecrayshawn Jefferson. Okay, that wasn't actually as hard as I thought. Lecrayshawn Jefferson with the interception, and just like that, DC is back in this ball game.
But now they have to score here.
We have not seen that.
Drop back pass,
the
cross over the middle.
mistake.
And that'll be
Good
2nd and 2. Trace Prater with the catch for DC. Come to the line on 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line. They'll hand the ball off up the middle. Won't get the first down, but he's almost got it. It's 3rd and inches for the
Might be,
Pharaohs. And we'll see what they try to call up here.
Could be a run here. We'll see what they got up.
I should have told DC to put their black uniforms on so that we could see them better in the snow. But maybe
He's
it's a
gonna hand it
silver
off.
camo. Heads it off to the fullback and he'll get the first down.
To be fair, we didn't know if it was going to snow or not, so.
Yeah, we didn't. So I don't fault them for that. I do really mess with those black uniforms they got though.
How can UATX
And
Washington,
it's a
D.C.
fake
respond?
handoff. He's got a man open. Caught. First down to the 13-yard line.
Gotta score a bit quick though because
Yeah, you gotta score
that fourth
quick.
quarter's coming.
They hand it off outside, trying to get out. They won't be able to.
Only
Gain
gets a
one,
yard.
though. Ford with the carry. He'll be just short. Or, excuse me, he will only get a yard. Come to line on 2nd and 9 at 12-yard line. Knocking on the
Step
door.
back.
Pressure coming. Gives it to the running back. Can he get in? No, he's down at the 1.
Could just see a sneak in here to
We're
solidify the.
gonna see some hurry up here. by
I don't know
DC.
about this. Do you really want
They're going
pass?
to hand it off, and he's in. Touchdown, DC,
One
Yorland
possession.
Ford. And it is
One
back
possession
to a
game, man.
one-possession ball game. The PAT is up, and it is good. So we're starting to see some fight from DC after that turnover. It is 21-14. UATX still leads, but DC trying to mount a comeback. It looked like a squib kick here. Maybe trying to keep it away from Lance Thorne. I don't know how I like it, but I guess at the end of the day, it's a smart call.
The rushing for UATX hasn't been that great today.
And that's what, DC, one of DC's biggest, keys to winning this game had to be was stopping that run game, and they've done so well. They've done well on it so far. It's a reverse here. He'll try to cut it back in, but he won't get anywhere. Tackled at the line of scrimmage by KJ Hartley.
That's some great discipline right there to not completely fall for that.
Yep.
You see right there, he always stays in the middle.
Didn't fool a lot of the defense. He'll drop back pass on 2nd and 10. Scanning, and he will almost go down for a sack. He's scrambling around, and he's going to launch it out of bounds. And that'll bring up a 3rd and long. 3rd and 10.
Huge 3rd down here.
This would be massive if they were able to get a stop here.
Let's see what they have.
You got 3 wide receivers out right, 2 to the left. Nobody else in the backfield except Van Horn. They're going to pass it deep, and it is overthrown and incomplete. And they will be forced to punt.
DC.
This DC defense starting to come alive. Punt sails, and it's a good punt. Julius Buford will be under it, and he'll get lit up at the 24-yard line by Dontavius Rouser.
If I'm Washington, D.C., I just want to kill the rest of this regulation time. I don't want to give UATX any time.
If you can kill out the entire 4th quarter, then that is a huge win. Be a screen here, trying to get out, makes a man miss, turn nothing into something. It's 7 yards.
7 yards.
I would just take this to the quarter.
And that will be the end of the 3rd quarter.
That'll be the end of the 3rd quarter. Hold your flashlights up and hold your 4s up. We decide a winner in the next 6 minutes of regulation. Or possibly not. Maybe we go to overtime.
I mean, you'll see what Washington, D.C. wants here. Do they trust
Have we had a game go to overtime before?
Yes. I believe we have. I believe Gonzales State
went to overtime against North Georgia.
No, I believe it was Kentucky State and Gonzales State that went to overtime. But I could be mistaken on that. And right now, you're starting to see DC kind of playing at their own pace. They've kind of stopped playing UATX's pace, and they're starting to play on their own terms. Handoff up the middle, trying to fight forward. He won't get it. 2 yards.
Oh,
They'll be
no.
short by a yard. 3rd and
It's pretty
1
much-
for the Pharaohs.
I tried to do a short pass here and try to get the halfback open on the left side.
Then go for it if you don't pick it up.
Yeah, I mean, you're at the point where this is kind of 4 down territory. But
I mean,
whether or not you want to get to 4 downs is the
So
big
we're going to have a
question.
fullback dive here.
And no, it's going to be a handoff up the middle. He's got a lot of room to run.
Okay.
He cut right instead
Go
of keeping
handoff.
left. But it's a good handoff. About 10 yards, I believe. And it'll be 1st down and 10.
Let's see what we got here. Possibly another handoff here with the
Nope,
looks
he'll drop
to be a
back.
3 tight end
And
set.
he'll get sacked.
Mm.
Shed off the
Mhm.
offensive lineman, Sebastian Love. Getting in the
That's
backfield
not
and
good.
dropping
You got to set
Washington.
your pass blocking. You got to set your pass blocking. I think that's what DC has not been able to do today.
Nope. Been letting UATX get in the backfield way too easily in this game. So now it's
Now-
2nd and 14.
the-
It's going to be a screen play. They got a lot of room to run with the running back. He tries to cut back in. If he kept outside, he might would have gotten the 1st down. It'll bring
Another
up
You got to
3rd
get a
and
first down.
2.
You got to get a first down here. You got to
Wait.
get one here.
Got
dude.
to.
But you know what? All these plays have been killing the clock. We're already under 4 minutes.
Well, yeah, but you don't want to be getting hurry up mode later in this drive if you do get a first down.
Yeah.
I'd probably mix in like a medium pass if you pick this up.
You know this is 4 down territory, but do you really want to get to the stress of it potentially being 4th down? Be a wildcat
It'll be a
up the
direct
middle,
snap.
and
And
it is
he's
a
going to go.
easy
He'll
first
get the
down.
first down easily.
Easy
Wow.
1st down.
Wow.
And
a
honestly,
drink
if
before.
you're DC here, your defense has been playing well these past couple drives. I mean, do you potentially trust your defense and try to score quickly? And that's a sack.
Yeah,
Drop
Interesting.
6. Kobe
I think that's
Garvey.
your question.
Yep.
Is this dime formation is this like a dime package that UATX is going out into?
Potentially.
Interesting. Okay.
Drop back. It's a screen. He won't
No,
be able to get it off,
he'll
though.
get hit as he throws.
Need to pick this up.
It's a nickel formation.
This is 4 down territory, so if I'm DC here, I'm trying to pick up at least half of this yardage to set me up for 4th down to where I can make a decision.
Oh boy. Here we go.
They still
Third
got
and long.
And it's caught!
And he
First
gets
down!
wide open. And he gets the first down easily. Hold on, you can get one play. You get one more play for the 2-minute warning.
If you
do
get
you
one
want
more,
to here?
I mean, it depends. I mean, they might run us out to the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, it looks like
Well,
that's
what they're
that-
doing, and that looks like what they might be doing. They're going to try to
Still
run a
got-
play, but that'll bring us to the 2-minute warning.
But ultimately, you still got to score the points.
What a dime there by Pontiff Washington.
25 yards separates them from a tie game if they decide to even want to tie it.
Could we see
mean,
a
they're the
potential
underdog.
2-point conversion attempt for the win?
I mean, they are the
Throw it to
underdog.
the
They're not.
drag across the middle for the 1st down. I mean, if you're DC, you have nothing to lose. if you're in that situation.
I would still kill some clock though. You don't want to give UATX
Yeah.
2 minutes to
I mean, if
drive down.
but if you did go for 2 and you got it, I mean, that would knock UATX out of playoff contention. And if you don't get it, I mean, your season
Oh,
pretty
boy.
much over. Running man over into the end zone.
I think he
What
scored
is he
too
doing?
quick. He scored way too quick. That's
And the
not
Pharaohs
good.
are now 1 point away from tying this game, but did they do it too quick?
at this point, if you did it with a minute 30, and you have to,
PAT. Check the PAT. You don't want to go for it here.
yeah. I mean, if you scored with like,
And it's good.
20
We are tied.
but UATX 3 timeouts, a minute and a half left. There's plenty of time.
I mean, DC has been playing good defense, and they also had 3 timeouts. If they were able to somehow get a stop, you're looking at them potentially kicking a game-winning field goal.
we also got to remember that UATX drove down the field for a touchdown
They will
at the end of
return
the
the
last.
kick.
Hey,
Ooh, I thought he might have
he only
been. I thought he might have had another one. Not Lance Storm, though.
Although they haven't had a game by stat standards, they've been doing the tackling. It's not about the big stuff. It's what they've been doing all game, which is just not letting them get the big plays.
We'll see what UATX can do here. Let's
It's
throw
a
it to the screen,
screen.
and
It's
it's
blown
blown up immediately. Loss of 4. Chase
No
Freeman
timeout?
gets in the backfield. We're not going to see a
No
timeout
timeout
burn
yet.
here.
Interesting.
Might be a smart
Okay.
decision. I think you only call a
But-
timeout if you get, if you almost get the
Depends on
first
this
down
play
or
right
get the
here.
first down.
It depends on this
And
player.
motion to the right side.
If this play goes bad for UATX, I think Washington will call a
Draining the
timeout.
clock all the way down. He's going to drop back.
Wait,
Almost
wait.
sacked. Who's going to be open, and he floats it right over his head. And there he goes.
Wait.
Open space. Down to the 40-yard line.
Oh no, he
Oh,
got
no.
us back.
Man,
missed
that
sack
was
is-
so... Oh,
That missed
man.
It's going to.
That's going to
Man.
be... And he almost picked that there. The linebacker just floated
Two
over
missed-
his head. That's a
Two missed
40-yard
opportunities.
line now with 34 seconds
The
left and 2
broken-
timeouts. He's going to drop back. And Jimmy sent it up the defensive tackle.
Run!
There he goes.
Run!
And he's tapped it down.
Oh, no way!
The interception to the defensive tackle. Returning
Big
in the field goal
man,
range
right
for DC. It tipped off his
Like
helmet.
Ulrich won that in 2017.
It tipped
Oh,
off
hit
his
his front
helmet.
ball.
Jarian Love with the big man interception.
All he had to do is just run the ball and kick a field goal.
Run the
And
ball,
if
kick the
that-
field, just run the
if
ball
that
straight, run the ball
doesn't-
straight.
If that doesn't put a staple on this first season of the BAC-16,
No
I don't
way.
know what does. Handoff up
Runs
the
it.
middle, and it's called a gain of 4, and that's
UATX is gonna use a
UTX's
timeout.
final timeout.
There's
Oh
two
no! Are we
And I think we know
really?
what both
Are we
these
really
play.
about to see this?
Okay.
What are we about to
um,
see here?
I
Run
think we
the
know.
ball.
both these
Just
players
run
are-
the ball.
You got to run the ball. I mean, just run it. You got 3 timeouts.
They're in the eye.
Yep, you know what that means.
Handoff
They're
over
running.
the middle, trying to get around. Not going to be able to.
And he's just
Run
going
the
to
ball,
try the ball.
Hold on, hold on.
Field goal.
What are you going to do here? You going to try to
George-
call another play? No, he's going to try to run another play, is what I'm assuming.
George Lincoln the third. Extremely good kicker.
Yeah, they're going to try to run another play just to get a
You
couple
gotta try to
more
line it up
yards.
more. Try to line it up more. Try to line it up more. Try to line it up more even, if you
Yeah.
can.
That's what he's
And
going
he's
to
going
do.
to get a first
And
down. Is he
And
gone?
more. And more.
And
Back it
oh,
up.
man.
This is a bad angle. This is a bad angle.
This is a
This is a
bad
bad
angle.
angle.
Honestly, you got one more timeout. I would try to center this more.
Yeah.
Where's get the touchdown?
I would,
Where's
yeah,
get a
and
touchdown?
that looks like what they're gonna try to do. If this is anything,
You just
Run
gotta
it
get
left.
down. You gotta get down once you're loading
run
it
it
up.
left, and that's perfect. That's perfect.
Time
That's
out.
what
Time
you
out.
want.
Time out.
Call that timeout.
Armani, call time out. Thank you.
1 second left in this game. Who will prevail?
1
No
second.
way.
1
No
second.
way.
And this could cost.
No way.
This is the game.
No way.
1 second.
Here
Kick
we
is
go.
up. Kick is good.
DC wins.
It's good.
DC wins.
DC with the upset of the
No.
season.
Oh. And we will not have a playoff team in the first season.
Well, verdict is still out. We don't know for that for sure. But oh
But-
Hey,
man,
if DC gets ranked or UATX stays ranked, they're both in because they're the
Oh,
highest Group
man.
of 5 team. They're the highest non-power 4 team.
we
No,
might
it's
have
big-
just saw the game of the year.
No way.
Nashville
Down by
Magic.
14. Down by
Nashville
14 at one
Magic.
point.
Down 21-7
To 7.
to come back
Let's bring him in.
and
Let's
win
bring
this
him in.
game.
No
Bring him in.
way.
Bring him in.
And now we will
No
we will
way.
interview Coach Huntsman, the
Oh,
losing side.
No way.
No
No
way.
way.
DC, who was a 6.5 point underdog, prevails, and we have Coach Huntsman here
So
now.
this is why we don't get Brody to set the
Yeah, this
set the
is why-
spread, okay?
This is why we don't let Brody set the spread. I think we've learned that so many times before.
Wow.
So-
we got the coach of UATX
We got the coach we
up
got
on
Coach
the
Huntsman in
stage
here.
now.
Who wants to start with
Talk-
who wants to start with questions?
Huntsman, just talk us through like that second half and everything that happened from your point of view.
Just try to slow the game down and really reel it in there in the end. It came back to bite us in the ass.
Mm-hmm.
That
Oh
that
wow.
pick, that pick. So you just got a big play, and then that happens. How do you feel about that
Never
shift?
seen that animation in the game yet, so I really don't know how to feel about that one. that one play turned just turned an undefeated season into a having a loss. So
Hey, you're not necessarily out of the playoff yet. I don't think.
Yeah,
I
I mean, some things could still play out, and you could still get in, but it's
Yeah,
it's
I
gonna be really
mean,
tough.
unless some random thing happens, another like group of 5 team gets ranked and they get ranked ahead of you. That's the only way you're not in.
Yeah.
I don't know how to feel about that play. I was like, oh yeah, we have it in the bag, and
I
just
mean, we all thought it was
had
over.
the man wide open on the zig route.
That's
And
just
I thought it was just a bad throw, and then I looked, I was like, oh no, he just picked that off.
hey Brody, if you're still there, go once we end the broadcast, go and clip the interception. Please
Yeah.
go clip that and
Yeah, go.
post it
Yeah, you
everywhere.
can clip it and post it to Instagram and all that. Man, I mean, I do have something to
Man,
say
yeah.
to Coach. Coach. I mean, you came so close. I mean, you went from 1 second having it in the bag. All you need to do is just run the ball out to just an unlucky play that completely turned your season around. I mean, just how does this game sit with you right now?
Just a bad coaching decision. I mean, he had the man open on the route, just let the lineman get through. Probably should have just ran out the clock there, but that's not my play style. I like to be aggressive at all points and times, and they came back to bite me in the ass finally. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow, that's just absolutely insane that happened, dude.
it's an insane thing. So, I think that's all we got for you, Coach Huntsman. Unless Nick or Brody has any questions.
No, I'm
Mason, if
good.
you have anything to add on.
No, no, not really.
All right. Well, thank you, Coach Huntsman, for the great season, and we'll see where you end up in the postseason.
All right.
thank you. Y'all have a good night.
Yep, you too, man. And now we will call to the stage the winning head coach of the BAC-16 championship game, Coach Armani of the Washington, D.C. Pharaohs.
All right, who's got that trophy ready to hand over?
Coach Armani, how does it feel, man?
Man, words can't even describe this game. My team, man, shout out to my team. Um, they never gave up. They kept fighting. It was looking real ugly for us, down 2 scores. We know how UATX is. we we tested them with the kickoff, and guess what they did? Took it to the house. So man, I can't even describe it, man. First BAC-16 champions. Crazy.
Yeah, man. And I want you to walk us through how you felt on that UATX final drive. The long play into field goal range. You think your season's over, and then just a tip ball off the O lineman's head, right to your defensive tackle, ran it all the way into field goal range. How did you feel? Just walk me through how you felt through that moment.
Well, I wanted to be upset with the fellas. We missed a couple sacks. That could have ended the drive, but they answered. My B Love, he's got 2 interceptions on the season, and this one right here, his third, is probably one for the books, man. It's his last year. Everybody counted us out. He came up big.
Yeah, man. And coach, I think I speak for everyone in the call when we say we're sorry for picking against you. um,
Hey, to be
man,
honest, I would have picked against us too, man.
I mean,
Shout out to UATX, man. That's a great team over there, man. We fought.
yeah,
Um,
I
weather was in our favor for sure. Um, snow games, they're probably not their strong suit, but we'll
eh,
take it.
yeah, and UATX they've gotten into so many games this season where they've been up 14-0. They've been up more than one score, and teams have just crumbled because they couldn't hang with them. I mean, how did you keep your team composed, being down 21-7 at one point?
Like I said, we got a team full of seniors, man. They knew what was on the line. They knew, this was solidified their place in the history books, and they were up for the challenge. So,
Yeah,
we're going out with a bang. We'll have a brand new set of freshmen coming in. Um, a couple of the seniors are staying for the graduate program. So, um, we're just looking forward to the next game, to the bowl season.
yeah, and I got one more. I got one more question before I turn it over to the other guys. Who gets the game ball for this game?
Oh man, it's plenty of players that could get it. Ford, our running back, for sure. Like I said, Jarian Love interception, that was big. I mean, that changed the game. Essentially, like we not champs without that interception. Um, we could give it to the kicker for you know finishing the game off, but it's a collective, man. That's deep. The game ball is WDCU's ball, man.
Yeah, man. All right. Any more questions from Brody, Mason, Nick? Y'all got anything?
Damn, coach.
Um,
No, not really.
One
Kind
more
of
thing
explain
before
what
I
I was gonna
go. I
say.
will update on where Washington, D.C. will be playing next. They will be in the New Mexico Bowl against Colorado State.
Did you
Is that
just
like
Oh,
official now?
did you just
Yeah.
sim?
Yes.
What are
Oh,
we?
oh God.
What
Okay.
is the back
I got
16
one.
looking like in the playoffs?
I missed the playoffs and we'll be going to Cancun.
Damn. Do you want
Wait,
to
for
who's
read?
that?
Do
sure.
you want to read off
Who's
the?
that over you in? Who's the conference champion then?
I can tell you everyone right now.
I don't.
This is
I
about
want
the
to.
first time. This is
Hold
the wild college football playoff bracket I've ever seen. Uh, at the
on. How
one
many?
is 11-2 Miami that was beaten by Atlanta this year.
Dang.
At the second seed is 19th ranked UCF at 10-3.
What in the world?
At the third seed is 9-4 Michigan at number 23.
Dang.
Okay.
Number 4 is Texas at 9-4, who is unranked.
What the heck?
At the fifth seed is Washington, who went 11-1, with 9 of those games being FCS schools.
Yeah, we don't know how that happened.
You're
Stupid bowl.
telling me? Are you still ranked?
Yeah, I'm ranked 18. I'm playing in the Bahama
Then
Bowl.
you should have been ahead of Texas then, because you
You
lost
have,
the conference
you, have to,
championship game.
you have to be a conference champion.
Georgia
Yeah, I
went
know.
9-3 and is at the 6th. At the 7th is Wisconsin at 12-1. At the 8th is Ole Miss at 9-3. At 9th is Florida, that's 9-3. At 10 is Oregon, who is 9-3. At 11 is South Carolina, that's 10-3. And at 12th is Appalachian State at 12-3.
Whoa.
Wow.
Okay. Are they ranked?
No.
That means App
Dang.
State was the next highest champion.
Dang, we
So
got a Sun Belt school in the playoff, boys.
Huntsman, can you read us off the where all of our teams will be playing in the postseason?
Give me a minute. I'll show some. I'll show some. I'll
Number
read some.
18, UATX will be playing Marshall in the Bahamas Bowl. Washington, D.C. will be playing Colorado State in the Mexico Bowl. Let's see. Trying to see if I can find another one. Eastern Oklahoma plays South Alabama in the New Orleans Bowl.
Okay.
All right.
Charleston State plays Boise State in the Armed Forces Bowl.
Let's go.
All right.
And I would like to make an announcement real quick.
Kentucky
I don't know
State,
if you read it yet. SMSU will be playing UConn in the Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl.
Nice.
Kentucky State is playing Western Kentucky in the First Responders Bowl.
Nice.
This,
Nice.
North Augusta is playing Boston College in the Birmingham Bowl.
Okay.
okay, that's interesting.
Magnolia State is playing California in the Duke's Mayo Bowl.
Let's go.
Atlanta is playing Eastern Carolina in the Tony Tiger Bowl. Smoky Mountain
go.
State is playing UConn in the Arizona Bowl. And that is our last team to make it into the bowl season.
Wait, so Magnolia State didn't make it?
Nope,
No,
I'm playing in the Duke's Mayo Bowl against Cal.
I think Daytona
Nice.
was of a
He
playoff
is
spot.
playing,
Ladies and
playing
gentlemen,
in the Will
your
Levis.
All-America, your Conference USA first team. Ghost Van Horn is your quarterback. Lance Thorne, the Charleston State running back. Charles Peltier, Nathan Schultz, wide receiver, Magnolia
Let's
State.
fucking go.
Demetrius Williamson from Eastern Oklahoma is wide receiver 2. Darius Stemmen, wide receiver 3 from Marietta. Maverick Wolf at tight end. Cedric Wall at left tackle. Bubba McFlurry at left guard. All 3 of those from UATX. Jalen McDonald at center from Clearwater. DeMarcus Russmore from UATX. Kalen Franklin from Clearwater at right tackle. Joshua Townsend from Washington, D.C. at left end. Kobe Gravy at right end from UATX. Sebastian Love, Burleson Water at defensive tackles. Todd Coles at linebacker. James Stonehaven at middle linebacker. Octavius Terrell from Washington, D.C. at right outside linebacker. Jamarius Fox and Nico Coltrell at cornerback. Contravius Rouser, the 4th at free safety. Aries Valentine at strong safety. George Lincoln III, the kicker who won the game for Washington, D.C., is your first team kicker.
Let's go.
And Matthew York from Virginia State is your first team punter.
Let's go. All right.
And second team, Tyler Olson from Eastern Oklahoma will be your second team quarterback. Keontae Tyson from Eastern Oklahoma will be your second team running back number 1. And Spencer Strickland from SMSU is your running back number 2. Nitro Mooney, wide receiver 1. Calvin Rose from Charleston State. Javion Hingleberry III from Atlanta is your wide receiver 3. Scott McLawler, Tariq Williams, Max McClure, tight end, left tackle, and left guard from Washington, D.C. The center from Charleston State. DeMarcus Perkins at right guard. Caleb Franklin from Washington, D.C. at right tackle. Braxton White is your left end from Virginia State. Kobe Garland, Jerian Love, and Jerian Love from Atlanta, and Jerian Love from Virginia State. This is the rest of your defensive line. Taj Coles from Daytona Beach. OG Fortnite OG is your middle linebacker from Atlanta on second team. Octavius Stroll from Daytona is second team. LaCrayshawn Jefferson is the Washington, D.C. cornerback number 1. Tay Bucks, cornerback number 2 from Virginia State. And Nazir Salah is your free safety from Charleston State. Keontae Vollander is your strong safety from D.C. Ian Wells from Clearwater is kicker number 2. And James Kanan is your punter from Charleston State. Your all-freshman team, obviously, you can go through that and read it yourself. I really don't feel like reading anymore.
Yeah, got you. All right. Well, to everyone who stuck with us through this game, we appreciate you so much. Crazy game. And
Also,
One more
I'm
announcement.
gonna read a few more things real quick.
we got an
Oh, yeah,
announcement
Lance Thorne.
from Marnie Mason. Hold on.
Oh no,
Okay.
go ahead, because you're probably gonna say what I was about to say. So go ahead.
Lance Thorne, Maverick Wolf,
Yeah.
and I think that's it. And George Lincoln and Matthew York from Washington, D.C. 2 players from D.C. and 2 players from UATX made all national first team.
Let's go.
And
Thorne
Thorne won the
Wolf.
best running back.
Yeah, and second team, Keontae Tyson made second team, by the way, from Eastern Oklahoma.
Yeah, he made
Dang.
he made
I had somebody on second team for our conference. I'm pretty proud of that.
Lance Thorne won best running back
Somehow my-
and best returner.
Somehow my
And
2-1
Heisman
Daytona
winner,
team
the
got some.
Heisman winner looks to be Tyler Van Dyke from Wisconsin, with Lance Thorne finishing in third place.
Tyler Van Dyke.
All right. Well, that concludes our coverage of the FAX Sports Bluegrass Athletic Conference Championship game. DC pulls out the upset against number 15 UATX, shattering the Armadillos' playoff hopes. And we will not have a team in the playoffs this year, but we will look forward to hopefully having one next year. So thank you all for staying with us throughout this crazy season and some great bowl games to come after. And we will see you all next season.